Ladies and gentlemen, Cirque du Soleil and For You to See are delighted to present the following performance as a tribute to the athletes at these World Championships.
The 2017 Artistic Gymnastics World Championships are taking place at the Stade Olympique in Montreal. It's a partnership between the Vice Presidents of Casting and Performance with the International Gymnastic Federation. We're going to do a 12-minute show for two of their events. It's going to be starting with Marie-Linda Bluteau. She's going to be doing a 5-minute presentation of sand painting. Then that'll be followed by a Bankin act. It's going to be a sort of an interesting combination. The main part will be the Bankin act with 6 of our artists that have been in training with us all summer in a program that the Artist Training Department offers, which is called PPP. It's the Program of Preparation for Performance. How it worked is that these artists had been with us all summer. We had a group of 12 artists doing Bankin, and for the final part of the program with C-Lab, which is Artist in Residence, we had invited choreographer Sylvain Lafortune, who works primarily at the l'École Nationale du Cirque, and he choreographed an act for the 12 artists. And when we moved forward with this project for the World Championships, we kept 6 of those artists. Actually, of the 12, 3 of them got contracts on one of our shows, which is great news. And then we asked 6 of them to stay for another 6 weeks to do this project. And also there's another element For You to See is going to be doing video projections for the Bankin act and for the transition that we have between the 2 acts. The first 2 weeks, the acrobatic coach Alexis Caroline, he really wanted to come up with some new tricks, new elements for this event, because the audience of the event, the gymnastic audience, you know, they're used to seeing certain figures, certain elements, certain tricks, and we wanted to kind of push the envelope and see if we could come up with something new. So Alexis spent the first 2 weeks trying to develop that, and parallelly I was working with the artists doing some exploration of the artistic work.
Ну, во-первых, я с ними до этого поработал 2 месяца, и когда я уезжал на небольшие каникулы домой, до возвращения сказал: ребята, ожидайте, я приеду, я буду вам ломать мозги в первую очередь, а потом, может быть, уже и представление о том, что существует другая акробатика.
One of the big challenges for me is how it's going to work in the environment, because we're going into a sports environment, the Olympic Stadium. So it's not a theater or a big top where we have all the, you know, the support of a real theater environment. So just how to make it look polished, professional within that environment, that's a challenge, like what sort of lighting we'll be able to achieve. So you have to also have a certain openness towards that and understand that that's kind of part of this type of presentation. So that's one thing that's challenging, but I'm sure we're going to find solutions with that, and I have a great team helping me, so I'm sure we're going to come up with something beautiful.
Я постоянно тренировалась, училась чему-то новому, нас обучали чему-то новому, интересному. Это было очень интересно. Ну, для меня это что-то новое. Раньше я занималась совсем другим, как бы не банкином. Занималась с девочкой, работала. А здесь банкин — это что-то волшебное. Я не могу даже описать свои эмоции.
Воодушевляет то, что мы хоть немного касаемся Cirque du Soleil, то есть это не спорт, здесь более широкий круг возможностей, то есть это как будто толкает на подвиги.
Today was a big moment for the artists because they got to present to a big group and they got to do it in costume for the first time. So they were really hyped up for that, excited. They've been asking about their costumes like the entire week. When do we get to try on the costumes and can we warm up in the costumes? Which they did, and their shirts were like all sweaty and baggy and wrinkled by the time they got to the presentation. But that's okay. I think they were happy to do it, and yeah, so it was really nice to get some feedback. And you know, when you're working on a project, a small team, and you can be a little bit, you You don't want to become narrow, you want to keep it open, so it's great when, there's more diversity in the team, so that's really nice to have that feedback. And we still have enough time to actually apply those notes. If the show was tomorrow, I'd be really stressed with all those notes, but we have a few days, so, it's also to balance that too, like how much of that feedback do you take without overloading the artists with too much stress now as they're coming down the finish line. So we have to kind of, juggle that and balance that to make the right choices. These artists, they would like to have a contract with Cirque. They're here, they've been here all summer working really hard. Some of their colleagues did get contracts and left for one of the shows. And then these guys got this extra little contract of this project for 6 weeks. So for them, it's a great opportunity to continue to show show themselves. It's also a great opportunity for them to learn, so that if and when they do get a contract with Cirque, this experience will really serve them. Because it's really important to go through the creative process, and sometimes if you go on to a show that's already opened, you're just thrown into the show and you never go through the creative process. So to actually experience what it is to put a show together or create an act is a very good experience for the artists. It'll really enrich their work as performers. So it was a really strong moment. I was very happy and kind of touched, actually. Well, actually, the journey has continued for these artists, which is really exciting for them and for us. So after they did the PPP this summer, Banki and PPP, they did the World Gymnastic Championships at the Stade Olympique. And then they went home. And actually, it was really exciting. A week later, 2 of them got offered contracts on Amaluna. And the following week, these 3 artists were offered contracts for OVO. So they came back to Montreal. They've been with us for the last 7 weeks. We're adapting the number, so they're in the creative process. It's an adaptation of an existing number. And they've worked very hard, and we've done their final presentation today. So it's very encouraging to see their evolution and see all the process of learning and experiences that they've had over those last few months with us.
Да, то есть в артистическом плане стал более раскрытым, скажем. То есть, это легче стало даваться, более открытый для зрителей, стал выражать более явно композицию, что хочу передать, движениями, эмоциями.
Вот когда я приехал сюда, одну фразу мне один тренер сказал, это Александр Королин, что вы сюда уедете другими людьми. И, я думал, как это? А вот сейчас, то есть уже прошло 4 месяца, как вот мы меняемся. И так и есть, мы уезжаем со всеми другими людьми.
It's amazing because if you'd seen these 3 artists when they were first starting last summer in acting class and movement class, they've come a long way. So it's very gratifying for the coaches and to see that progress, and then to see the final product when they're on stage and they're connecting with an audience and performing and giving and entertaining people. So it's a very rewarding experience.
Я сюда, когда выхожу на сцену, я заражаюсь, я живу сценой, как будто бы я вот вышла, я совсем другой человек. Я заражаюсь публикой, как будто я не я. То есть я когда ухожу со сцены, я опять человек.
Уже по-другому на цирк, я по-другому на цирк смотрю. То есть уже как-то, это как искусство, не просто показать, а хочется творить.